Okay, guys, and finally we have it here, the Darth Vader battle damage from the Obi-Wan show. This is the Hot Toys DX-28. It's the deluxe set and special edition. It's both of them. You have three, actually, or two or three separate ones that you can have. You can have the special edition and not deluxe, or you can have the deluxe without the special edition. And I think there's one without it. I'm not sure. You can comment on below and let me know about that. But yeah, this is finally the Obi-Wan TV show battle damage Vader with Anakin Skywalker, Hayden Christensen's face underneath the skull, the helmet. And I've been waiting for this one for so long. It's finally released. I finally got around to get to the unboxing and review, the review video for you guys. I have not looked at it. I've seen one review video out there, and just as much that I've seen, and that's it. I didn't want to see any more spoilers. So anything that we're going to be doing here, we're going to be doing it together, because I have no idea what to expect. But I know that I really want to see what this figure looks like. It's going to be one of my favorite Vaders. I can tell you right now. As all the new additions, we have in the sliding cover for the Hot Toys. And then inside, since it's a DX version, we have a nice picture of Vader, Obi-Wan, Vader battle damage. The Inquisitors right here at the bottom from the show. Everything in silver, red, and black. Oh my goodness. Everything goes around too. You have a picture. I don't know if you can see a picture of the Death Star right here. The box is massive, as you can tell. Yes, I'm loving it so far. And then on the back, we have I guess it's the Inquisitorius Fortress, or maybe it's Tatooine, because you can see the sun. I'm not sure, but it's being done in red. And then, being a DX, this will slide up, actually to the side, sorry. So there we go. We'll reveal more artwork on this side here. This is the hollow part of it. It is nice to point out that even the lightsaber has that silver shining to it, which depends how the light hits, so you can see it there. This is amazing. This artwork is awesome. And then of course in here, being the deluxe version of the figure itself, and being the DX, we got the artwork from the Obi-Wan show. On the side, it had on the back side, it had the foam paneling, and then here we got the Vader with a couple of his accessories. The battle damage already attached to it, the other head, the battle damage chest plate already in the figure, and the other one, and the Grand Inquisitor. I think it's the Grand Inquisitor right there, hologram when he's talking to him. Slide this off, and we get, let's see, our Vader figure himself. All the DX figures, they come with this foaming pad, which is amazing for protection, but it's a pain in the butt when it comes to taking the figure off the box. Okay, here it is. This is our Vader. Comparing to the C-3PO I just reviewed, this one is very light. There's a protective plastic. We're going to take that off. There's some more protection over here. We'll look at it in a minute. But so far, no cape. We have to put the cape on, and we'll see what all this is for later on, because this is all your attachments for the lights. Yes, on the back. So there's plenty of padding. There's padding in between right there. So yes, so far, look at that Anakin face. We're going to take that off, and then there's a helmet. So far, so good. It looks amazing. Let's take all this stuff out. Like I said, there's more stuff at the bottom of it. So when you remove this part, you reveal some more of the extra stuff, the lightsabers, the cape, the base, and we'll look at it in a second. I'm going to lay everything down. I'm going to read the instructions very carefully because there's a lot of connectors and stuff that it needs to be done. So make sure you read your instructions. The DX-27, 28, because like I said, is the special edition and the deluxe. So it's both of them together. Also, I just realized too, when you take this off, you have the extra hands and some wrist pegs. You just take that out of the way. The extra wrist pegs for the Vader. There you go, just in case. Before we get into anything detailed, this is the booklet that comes with. It's not the fold up that usually we get. It's just the book. We got Darth Vader and Obi-Wan. That's actually the figure plus the Obi-Wan. I'm assuming that's the actor. I don't know if it's the upcoming figure, but it looks like it's a picture of the actor. And then it tells you everything because there's so much, like I was telling you, connectors and stuff. The helmet also comes up in 2 pieces. So just make sure, and then you have the cape too. So just make sure you look at it. But before we get into anything, we're going to look at the accessories and look how massive this is. This is all the stuff that Vader comes with, the deluxe and the special edition one. So much stuff. This is massive, this display. So let's start first with the bases. Okay, we have the actual base from the planet that he fights Obi-Wan. I don't know the name of the planet, I don't remember it, but this is your base. Okay, and in both cases, either one or the other, they have this connector here, this tube, which is usually for the flight poses, and it's the only one it has to hold the figure in place. The only stand for it. And then what it would do is, this is, the rocks, and then what you would do is you will have this going down here and there, and there's a little screw right there that you will loosen up, so that way you get the length that you want. As being a deluxe, I guess they doing that. And also, of course, for the Inquisitorius or the Vader Fortress, I'm not sure, you also have this one that it does the same thing. It has the little hole for the tube to go in there, so you can hold the Vader in place so he won't fall off. There's the base. It does have light up features that is going to plug into the Type-C connector. We'll go through that in a minute. I'll have to read the instructions, but yeah, as you can see it will light up. And this is a massive freaking base. So if you're going to have this display on your collection, just make sure you're going to have the room to do all that, because this is huge. I love that it has the rocks, because when he fights Obi-Wan, they are on the rocky planet. So when we get Obi-Wan, they're going to have both the same. Or if you have just the Vader, you can have that at the base. And the other accessory is there's eyeball rolling feature as well. So Vader has the one eye that you can see, and you'll be able to roll his eye to give him a different look. So what you would do is, just let's go through it here. You have to take the helmet off, and then you access the eyeball rolling. And then on this one, just make sure when you exchange, because there's the non-battle damage one, there's some pins right there that it has to line up with the top. So when you take this head off, especially to put the cape in there, so just make sure you line it up. Take this off, and then you take the head off, because you're going to risk damaging it. And when you go back and put the little pegs in there, just make sure they're lined up, and then you're gonna just sit in there. Once they line up, it just sits back in there. So just make sure, just be careful with it. On the other hand, like we were talking about, we have the undamaged Vader helmet with the bolt joint that's attached to the neck. And then on this one, there's no piece that comes off, because there's no battle damage, no eye to roll. So this is just the one piece. On the cape itself, we get one cape with the little chain that you can see right here. So you will have to remove the helmet and put the cape down. It does not attach to anything on the chest. I don't know, but I'm going to read the instructions. And you have, it's reversible because you have the undamaged version, and then on this side you got the damaged version. I wish it was kind of more done like sear up or with the lightsaber cutting through it, because this is just like a cut. Somebody got a scissors and cut it through, but it looks okay. It looks fine. But we get one cape for both instead of having two capes, and then you can reverse it and then use whichever side you want to use. Of course, we got the battle damage is amazing, so I'm going to be using the battle damage version, which is this one, when Obi-Wan cuts his back. It's very heavy, very nice double it's double cape, and there's seamed. There's no wires or anything. On the other hand, we have a couple of relaxed hands already attached to it, as relaxed as they could be, already attached to the Vader, which it comes off from the glove itself. There's no articulation on this piece, just like previous versions of Vader's. You have two stretching out hands. You can have like either force choking or reaching or pushing. You have a pair of accessory holding hands, lightsabers and so on. All of them are done pretty much the same way with the paint, and there's no damage to them. It's just wrinkles and whatnot over there. You have one left hand with the fist. Only the left hand. There's no two fists. Don't know why. Should have put both of them. Then this one is a straight relaxed hand. Maybe just reaching out, choking, I don't know. Whichever one you want to use it for. This is actually your better choking hand, because that's how he holds the hand out when he's choking somebody. But that's what you get. We have an Grand Inquisitor hologram on his little stand already, and it does come off. So if you have other holograms from another figures, they should be the same type of connector, so you should be able just to put it back in there. It's very neat and done. You can tell that it's him, and all the lines and everything. It's just neat. Even the cape and the backside of it. It looks really good. On the other hand, we have the undamaged chest plate, which is going to have lights too. It's all connected at the back with this little pins. So basically you just take it off and then put this one in if you want undamaged one. You have the battery pack that's going to attach to his belt on the back and all these connectors. So it's the control panel. So you will turn on and off whatever you want. It says on, let's see, on, off, and on, 0, I, and I. So we'll see what one of the other does. That's your control panel. For the reason also because you have a lightsaber already attached with the cable that will go to the panel of the back, and the little cable to light up the lightsaber. I wish they have it at the bottom. I don't know what they put in the middle of it, because when you have the hand, I guess it's hiding it or something. But I wish it was coming out of the back. It would have been better. But this is your Darth Vader one, and you can put either blade on it, and you have the little clip there too, which this one will not gonna have this blade if it's not on his hand because of the cables. But the good thing is they have the other one that is for the non-light up version of lightsaber, Vader's lightsaber, which also you can change it. Change the blade in there. We have the thicker, heavier blade. It's the lightsaber one. You got one with the swish. A little heavier paint on this side, meaning that it's going that way. And then the regular lightsaber. They look they're red, but they look a little pinkish. It looks just like a candy or something, but and the little tip at the end. And for the other two, we have the Reva lightsaber when he cuts open. And these, they don't connect or anything. I wish they was a connect or nothing, but he's got both of them broken apart. It's very nice little detail. They're both the same, one or the other. I don't know if there's any difference between. There's just backwards, you know, mirror image of each other. And for their own blades, we'll have the two blades over here, which, of course, you know, again, there's two of the same ones. They're a little thinner than the other. So if you look at the Darth Vader one and you look at the Riva, the Darth Vader one is very much thicker than the other one. There you go. Darth Vader's lightsaber is thicker. It's bigger. Because I guess this one's two blades. I don't know. That's how it was in the show. That's it for the accessories. It don't look like much, but it's a lot to go through. And we're going to see, because the base lights up, the panels light up and everything. For Vader himself, we already looked at Hayden Christensen inside of it, which, oh my goodness. Been waiting for a battle damage one. I don't know if there's any more sculpture on the back. I wouldn't see why they will sculpt the other side of it, but that's your Vader. And of course, red eye. That's amazing. He's looking up a little bit. I'm gonna leave it there. You already know how the eyeball rolls. You know, you already know. You've been here before many times, so you know how the eye rolls. And there's your chest plate. On this case, they have the inside cape underneath the football shoulder pads or whatever, and A New Hope, it was over it. I don't remember on the Obi-Wan show if it was underneath it, but the very first one, it was on the New Hope. This tunic was over it. You can always take that off and change it. I think it says on the instructions to do that, and it goes all the way down here. You have the suit, which is, I'm assuming it's leather. I don't know, imitation leather material over here too. This is the soft, hard but a little softer material. It's plastic, maybe rubbery plastic, so won't hinder much of mobility when you want to move Vader around a little bit. The boots coming down here, sculpted down. We have these protectors over here that I did not see before. We're going to take that off, move it down, and take it off, then move it down. That way it's a split cut. The sign on this part, this little string here, or this little strap, is not attached to this, so you can move it up or down. There's Velcro in, I believe. I'm not sure. We're going to look at the instructions, but then you have that. And again, it's pleather, so it all depends on your preference or whatever you are in the world. See how long it's going to last. Only time will tell. And then you have the belt loop to put the lightsaber in there. The little plates, the little belt buckle. And then the battle damage one. I don't think this one lights up. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it does. I think it blinks or something. I'm not sure. But we're going to see, because this actually will come off. And then we'll change it to the other one. And on the back, like we saw before, is the cables to attach. So what you would do is you will put your control panel right here. Since it's going to be behind the cape, you're not going to see it. And then you attach one wire here, the other wire on the other side, and then we'll go from there. This is for your lightsaber, I think. When you have the lightsaber light up, you plug it into this one. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I have no idea what to expect, so we're going to look into it. So there's two on the top too as well. So I'm assuming these two go on here, and then one goes up there. I don't know. We'll look at it. And that's how you would do. We're going to put the cape on. And I want to show you what I was telling you about this piece. Make sure you take that off first. So don't want to risk any damage. And then you will just grab it from here. And then wiggle a little bit and it just comes right off. That's your bolt joint. And we talked about having the battle damage cape. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't attach to anything. So just make sure you take your time when you put this on. I'm going to do it off camera so that way I won't break anything. And I'll show you what it looks like with the cape. Okay, here we go. We put the cape. We just took off the helmet, took off this part of the top part of the helmet. You got the cape right there. It helps if you put the cape all the way out, and then it will fit there. The chain will go eventually underneath it for the weight. It's going to move it over, but that's how the cape is going to go. It's very, very nice. I love this Vader. And even if you have the unbattled damage, undamaged version, battle damage version, it will be an excellent Vader to have as well, because one of the fewer ones that is up to date with everything, and I think this will be the Vader so far that we're gonna put all future release against. Okay guys, and for what I can see on the instructions, this is the way it's attached to it. You get the left on the left side, the right on the right side, or right or left, whatever. And then one goes on top here, and the other one will be for the lightsaber. So that's why you have the multi-functions on the side. I think it's one is lights everything up, and the other one like flickers maybe for the rest of it. So we'll see. And then you loop it through the belt, get the cape down, and then everything will be covered like that. I'm going to leave it battle damage, and then we'll go from there. First, we're going to have to attach the... It calls for... Let me show you. It's calling for Type C. Maximum 5 volts, 2A. Type C USB. So it could be any of your phone chargers. So we'll go from there. And then it tells you which one is on, ABC on and BC on. So one is for the including lightsaber, I think is the other one, no lightsaber. We'll see. We'll see what it is. Okay, so we have our Type C connected to it, and then we have the slide on. So let's slide one side. There you go. So we're gonna flip it over, and we have the belt light up. Or lit up. Then let's see, we go to the other side. There we go. On the other side, and it does the chest plate itself. The reason why, I guess, because after battle damage, the chest plate will just like not properly work anymore. I think on the show it just got completely off. That's why Vader gets kind of immobilized a little bit. And let's go back there, and yeah, that's without the chest plate on. That's awesome. It's pretty good. I like that. And that's how that works. We're gonna try the lightsaber as well. Also, since we're already talking about Type C connectors and stuff, this is your base, which you're gonna light up, and it lights up the two buttons in the front. It's very bright. I don't even have to turn the lights off to show you what this looks like. Right there, so you can see. That's awesome. So you will have two separate ones. You need a Type C for the base and a Type C for Vader himself. If you're gonna be using this base, why not? The only problem I see is it doesn't have the Vader name to it. Neither the one of them. Usually they put the name Lord Vader or Darth Vader, but I guess it's the deluxe version. I don't know if it's because of that or not. So it doesn't have anything that says I'm Vader. Okay guys, I did change the hand. I know I didn't have the light on when I was telling you, but I did exchange the hand. Be careful when you do it, because the peg is all the way down. I mean, the hole is right all the way down, so the suit itself, it always hinders, but it always happens with every Vader. And then it tells you that when you slide the lightsaber, just make sure you slide it through the thumb. I mean, through the hand, open hand. And like that, just make sure when you do it, open up the hand and push it from up here maybe, because you have this little clip there that it might get damaged. If you grab it from here, you might damage that. So just take your time, go on there. And then this will go on the back, and then it will go to on this connector here. Okay, and after you have it connected, this wants to move all the time. But after you have it connected, just make sure, get the cape back. And then when you flip him over, whatever pose you give him, just make sure you're going to, hide the cable. Because if not, you're going to see the cable there. So you can hide it over here. Something like that. We'll see what happens when we turn it on. I'm going to put a blade on. I'm going to plug in the Type-C cable back on and see what it looks like. Okay, and here's your Vader plugged into the Type-C. The lightsaber's on. The chest plate is off. The belt is on. That's one option. You can see how bright it is. It's kind of orange at the bottom because the light is like that, but it's pretty bright. And then when you go back to it, and we want to switch it to have the chest plate on, the lightsaber still stays on. So if you want, to have all the options on there, just because of the battle damage, the reason why they do that, in case you want it off. It kind of looks not awful, but it looks off if you don't have the chest plate on. If it's the battle damage, yeah, it makes sense, but it looks like kind of dead there, especially when you change this. And we're going to change that because I think the light is in there. So I'm going to show you changing that. I'm going to leave this on there. I might just take the cable and not wrap it under there because I'm just scared that that's going to get messed up. And that's what it tells you in the instructions to do, but I'm just going to take it out. I don't care if it shows or not. So this is the lightsaber with the thumb down underneath the cable on top of the thumb. So it kind of wraps around there and it will hide. I don't care. Better be safe than sorry. I just don't want to mess up the cable. It eventually might get messed up. Okay, and for the chest plate itself, I just was checking, make sure it's a little tight because it's just fresh, out of the box. But there you go. You got the same chest plate like the other ones. The lights are in there. So when you turn it on, then you see that the lights already have the colors and everything. So when you put the other chest plate in there, it shines through it. So just make sure there's the little 4 holes in there, and then the 4 pegs on the chest itself. So we're just gonna attach that in there, and just attach very easy right there. And then we're gonna take this off, put the other head on, and show you what it looks like with no battle damage. Okay guys, in this case I went with the undamaged Vader. We have the base on, we have the lightsaber, the chest, and the belt, everything on. Reva's lightsabers, I put them down here so you see how bright everything is. Let me turn this off. And then you can see how bright it is. All you can see right now is the light from outside my window. And you can see how bright everything is, even his base. So that is a plus. We turn the lights back on. Here we go. So even if you did not want the damaged Vader, you have the perfect undamaged Vader. This is one of the best Vaders out, even if he wasn't with the special edition with the the Anakin head damaged and the lightsabers and the chest plate and all that. This will be the Vader. This is the ultimate Vader. For me, at the moment, is the ultimate Vader. He does stand on his own. I don't have to do much to him when it comes to the base and stuff. I did put that to show you what it looks like there. But when you take it off, let me show you. And we took the base off, the holder off, and then he just stands on his own. There's no need for that. And it's not even the cables though what's holding him. He just stands up. So that's one version. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the battle damage, and then we do the other base, and we go from there, and we give you my last thoughts. Okay, and just before we get into the last pose, let me show you the Vader Anakin without the top part of his helmet. How much of the details, the scarring on the top, the helmet broken. It's just the detail on that, and you can totally see the Agent Hayden Christensen in there. Very nice figure. Just make sure when you switch it, just don't grab them from anywhere they could break. There's little pieces of helmet and stuff that could possibly break, so just make sure you don't grab them from there. I am gonna do a little bit of free camera just to show you how good this Vader absolutely is. And even if you want it with the other base, you can't go wrong with either one of them. I usually just put a custom base that I just bought off brand because I don't have the room on my shelf, but you can see how neat this figure is. Simply amazing. So this figure is absolutely sold out everywhere. So hopefully you guys did not sleep on it and you can get your own Darth Vader, because it's sold out everywhere. So maybe you already have pre-order. It's coming out everywhere. I have this last week. It came in from the recording of this video, and I just not got around it to get to look at it. So just make sure you guys look through it and just get it, because if you're looking for the ultimate Vader, even though if it wasn't the battle damage, this is the ultimate Vader. The proportions, the suit, the way it works, the lights, I think this will be the Darth Vader to look for. So that's my thoughts. If you like the review, sorry if it was a little too long. There's a lot of stuff to go through. There's a lot of things that I had to learn from the booklet itself. So just make sure you guys hit that follow, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. Give me your comment at the bottom. I will try to answer all the questions. If you have any questions about the figure, if you have any other questions, just let me know. We have some more figures coming. Hopefully the Obi-Wan from the Obi-Wan show, the ones that fights this Vader, won't be far behind. We still don't have any reviews or anything on it, so we don't know when it's going to be released, but I have so much more. So make sure you check my socials, my Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, of course, in here. Facebook, you name it. Just look in the description below and just follow me and shoot me a message if you have any questions. But I appreciate everybody watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.